Hey, yo, what's up? It's your man Kev Easy representing WWG. Shout out to Dread. You already know what it is. This is Raw Review. First of all, Raw started off with John Cena coming out. Now, John Cena still got the dun 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 dun. You feel me? But out the gate, the whole crowd. John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. You feel me? So he gets to the ring. You know, he cuts his promo, say he's going to ruin West Wrestling. He's talking about how they got on him for the spinning championship. Now, someone from the hip hop culture, I didn't have no problem with the spinning championship because that was the era when G Unit was live. And if y'all don't know, G Unit was a big inspiration behind John Cena's Dr. Thugonomics situation. That's where this came from. Tony Ayo. John Cena said it's documented. You can hate all you want. You feel me? And then the spinning championship came from what? Came from what? The spinning G Unit chain. Do your fucking research. Look, so I didn't have a problem with that championship. I said, yo, John Cena really down with the culture. You feel me? That was my perspective from it. A lot of y'all don't have the same perspectives as me as far as culture. But so he was coming at like the crowd. Y'all hated me for the championship. Y'all did this, blah blah blah. John Cena is being a real heel. He's not being a heel that the people want. Because recently, I want to say the last few years, I want to say really since Roman became the tribal chief, that Roman made the heel cool. Roman made the heel cool. So John Cena is just being like, yo, I'm not giving y'all shit. I'm not giving y'all anything. Nothing. Nothing. So he still got the dun 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 dun. He still got the it's not too colorful, you know, his clothing, but he's still wearing it, you know. He got the same towel and all that. But so he come out, he does his promo. Then here comes Cody, you know, crowd favorite. Everyone loves Cody, the new John Cena, whatever. John Cena doesn't say anything during this promo. Again. So he allows Cody to say whatever he want. Cody pulled a move out of Roman's book of what Roman did to him, but Roman had two titles when he did it. He laid out the championship in front of John and say, take it. Roman did that already, Cody. You ain't Roman, bro. You Cody. Be Cody, you heard? But anyway, that was the end of that segment right there. Next up, we got a tag match. First, you saw Jey Uso come out. A lot of people hating on Jey Uso, really on the internet. I guess that's the cool thing to do right now. Y'all wild weird for it, but it's all good. So Jey comes out, and then guess who comes out after him? With no music, just while Jey music is still going, Jimmy, Big Jim. He came out to support his twin little brother. You heard? So he came out. They end up having a match against Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, you feel me, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. It was a good match up until Gunther came out at the end. Jimmy, you know, he was trying to do something. Gunther threw him out the ring. It was time for Jey to get his. But Jey, when it was time to give that kill shot, the spear, he slipped. Now, I watched the slip a couple times, and I was like, all right, this is a part of the story. Because you don't slip like that by mistake. The way Jey slipped, you don't slip like that by mistake. That was an on-purpose slip right there. The ring ain't that damn wet. Wet at all. Especially after, like, with that just being the first match. But it's cool, though. Storyline, right? So then we have that situation. Gunther gets out of there, and we move on. Next, we have Lyra Valkyria going against Roxanne. I mean, not Roxanne, excuse me. Raquel Rodriguez, and it was for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care about this match for real. I don't like what WWE is doing with Lyra right now. She's just there. You know, they doing more with Chelsea than they're doing with Lyra. I can see Lyra losing this championship pretty soon, because they don't know what to do with her. They need to give her more time, put her in more. I feel like the crowd wants to get into it, but it's like there's no real story behind Lyra for real. Like, we don't know what the hell's going on. Lyra ended up winning, and, you know, had some shenanigans at the end, but yeah. And when they start beating down Lyra, you see Bayley come out, starting to fight, and now we got the 2-on-2. That got me questioning whatever happened to Bayley versus Roxanne. Is Roxanne hurt? I'm gonna see what's going on tonight in NXT. You know, I'm gonna see what's going to happen with Roxanne. But if they straight up just threw that feud out the window, that's whack. That's whack. That's whack. And that's only her and Roxanne, because if Roxanne was able to go against Bayley and win, come on, B. That would have put Roxanne in a better position going forward. Next, we have Adam Pearce coming out. Adam Pearce has had the most stressful 365 days I ever seen for a GM. They explained what's going on, saying Rhea's signature wasn't valid. It's still Io versus Bianca at WrestleMania. So Io comes out, let's get to talking. Bianca comes out and get to talking. And then here comes Rhea. She comes out and get to talking. Now it's some like, I know they're not in America, but Bianca was getting a lot of hate here. Y'all can do with that information what you will. But Bianca got a lot of unnecessary hate. She's not the least popular out the three. I feel like Rhea may be a little bit higher than both of them. That's only because WWE has been treating Rhea like that lately. Io's right there, and I feel like Io and Bianca is the same thing. You shouldn't really boo any of them, right? If you had to boo based off of how the story is going, you gotta boo Rhea, because Rhea's out here bitching. I ain't gonna hold you. She's bitching. She lost and she's been bitching ever since. But people love that. Well, people outside the states have been loving that. So do with that what you will. So they end up getting into it again, but what Adam Pearce and I'm saying is Rhea will be going against Io next week for the title. The winner is going to face Bianca Belair. And the crazy part about that is Bianca Belair is going to be the special referee. Now that was not a skip, but that was a backstage segment, but it applies here. So I'm going to take that from the future of the show and put it right here. Bianca Belair is going to be special guest referee. And she said a line that had me laughing because it had me think about something, and I don't know if y'all thought about it, so I ain't going to bring it up. When she was like, I don't know how to be a referee. It sounded like somebody that was getting interviewed before they got arrested, but y'all figure that out. Next, you have a segment backstage with Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, Chad Gable acting like he under the weather, talking to Adam Pearce, saying, yo, who's going to face American Gennaro, whatever his name is. Chad Gable with a mask. And Dragon Lee said, yo, I'll face him, whatever. So we end up getting that match. Chad Gable, the American Lucha. The American Lucha, you feel me? He had his situation, and he ended up winning the match by taking off Dragon Lee's mask. Dragon Lee mask, he covered his face, and the mask, Chad Gable was able to win the match. Then we get CM Punk coming out. You know, when CM Punk, like, this is a guy that didn't watch CM Punk's era of WWE. I wasn't watching wrestling during the 2010s up until 2016. So, like, I didn't watch CM Punk's era at all, right? So when seeing him come back, I was like, all right, I really understand why everybody liked this guy. You feel me? And he's one of my favorites right now. Came out, cut a promo. Seth wasn't there. Roman wasn't there. Promo was always fire. I don't think CM Punk had a whack promo since I've been watching. He was able to carry the crowd. He even baited the crowd, say, you booing? Say, yeah, I will boo it too, because I want to do it here tonight. Because they got the face-to-face or whatever they got next week, the contract signer or something like that. But, you know, that's what we got. I'm not sure where this segment happened, but it was backstage. It was Jey and Jimmy. And Jimmy was like kind of getting on Jey, like, yo, dog, what's wrong with you? Jey, his brain all messed up because he said, I'm 3-0 against Gunther. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. But it's kind of cool because it's like Gunther got Gunther got Jey all messed up. Like, Jey don't know what's going on. You feel me? Like, he don't know what's going on. So Jimmy was like, yo, man, I got you. We need that main event Jey Uso. We need that right-hand man back. Because if y'all remember, the right-hand man Jey Uso, all intense, ain't scared of nobody, ready to go to war with anybody, everybody, even his family, you heard? But, so we got that. Jimmy saw Gunther walk, and he said, I got you. Got up. He said, hey, me, you, next week. And then Gunther said, you? Laughed, said, all right. And Jimmy slapped the dog eat out of him, you heard? And then... And Gunther ended up smiling. So I can see this next week being Gunther beat the holy hell out of Jimmy. He's going to beat Jimmy so bad, Jimmy might be out for a while. And then Jey's going to have to really dig in deep and become the guy that we all knew, that people was cheering for, that the internet community ain't bitch about. Yeah, you know, the bunch of bitches that's like to complain about everything, the internet community. But that was that segment. Then we end up with the main event, which was Braun Breaker versus Penta. Good match, but it ended with some shenanigans. With the Judgment Day coming out, beating up Braun, and they hitting Braun with the chair. Finn throws the chair at Dom. Dom hits what's the name with the chair. Then he hands the chair to Penta because he want to recruit Penta to the Judgment Day. So this is more so about the breaking up of Judgment Day, more than the match actually. So Penta ended up throwing the chair at Dom, hitting him with the kick, getting him out of there. Penta ended up standing tall. So we probably gonna get some type of 4-way or 3-way. We're gonna get something out of this, man. Because Dom is gonna find a way into the match, and we're gonna start seeing Dom versus Finn kind of like take another step. But Raw overall was cool. It was good. I like the overseas crowds, but I feel like WWE is not putting their best product out there for them. You know what I mean? Like, this is the road to WrestleMania, man. We supposed to get something a little better. But if I had to rate Raw, I'd give Raw a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. I was able to watch the whole thing. It was a couple matches. I was like, not even a couple matches. It was a match. I was like, but it's all good, man. It's your man, Kev Easy, man. Going to do NXT review. So be on the lookout for that after NXT. It may drop tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning. But I'm looking forward to that because you got Stephanie Valkyria going against 2 individuals. So I want to see how that plays out. But it is what it is. It's your man, Kev Easy, WWG. We out this.